I'm good. Good?
Yep. Girls didn't go into athletics. You know, you weren't going to go be a coach. You were going to be a nurse or a teacher or something along that line. And I will tell you what, Title IX opened doors.
Title IX did not look anything like it looks today from an implementation point. It just provided opportunities for women. But I'll be honest, a lot of people didn't really want to have much to do with it. I was so fortunate to be here because before here I was at a Division III school in Wisconsin, and my athletic director was very Title IX minded prior to it even being passed. She wanted to make sure that women, because they were separate, always separate departments back then, men and women. Heaven forbid we should, merge with the guys when we worked with men our entire life. So when I came here, Fran just told me, make sure you do the right thing. Just keep me informed of what you do. If you need advice, ask for it, because I will not always know what you need. And so I just saw our opportunities continue to increase.
Back then, I was considered a tomboy because I was a girl who loved sports. And there weren't any opportunities, at that point. I mean, girls didn't go into athletics. You weren't going to go be a coach. You were going to be a nurse or a teacher or something along that line. And I will tell you what, Title IX opened doors. And it opened doors for someone like me to get into collegiate coaching.
Yeah, that's really good.
I think that is the big thing about Title IX is that, if you give people opportunities to try different things and not say, well, this group of people don't enjoy this. When I was growing up, I probably thought I wasn't the norm in the sense that I really did enjoy athletics and sports. I grew up, in my neighborhood, we would go play outside at night. We didn't have cell phones. So, we would play outside and play bat ball and just play activities. So, for me to get into organized athletics was really exciting. But again, I wasn't able to do that until I was a freshman in high school. Whereas nowadays, that's happening for young girls as it did young boys. So I had a brother that's 5 years younger than I am. Well, he was in T-ball back then, but I had to wait until I was in high school at a time to start participating in athletics.
Am I grateful for the title? I am, very. However, it's done a lot for a lot of girls in sport. It's done a tremendous amount. It hasn't done a lot for coaches in sport, female coaches, because there are less female coaches now than there were back then, because probably the money got better, so then men got interested in the position, those type of things. But Title IX did a lot.
Oh, we're going to reuse this.
Yes, that is a Chippewa way.
Fran is one of the iconic women leaders in sports, in AIAW sports, and that was the league that the women were in at that time.
The knowledge that Fran put in Marcy's brain, she trickled down into my brain. So I just know if it wasn't for those two women for sure, the advancement of women's athletics here at Central Michigan probably wouldn't be where it is today, and it still needs to go further.
The only reason I applied for it was I knew of Central Michigan. I knew that they had a very good field hockey program, and so I wanted to be a part of that. So certainly Mary is a big reason why I am here.
So her teams were nationally, in the top nationally, and at that time field hockey and basketball, even though I hate to admit it, were the top two sports for women. So field hockey was a big deal back then. And then she was, a big deal back then, she was in charge of officials nationally. She was national basketball official as well as international field hockey official, so traveled the world. And they were top in the country, so I was just like, wow.